What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Inside 11, and right now we're breaking down. I'm bringing it down literally from the heavens to the goddamn earth. And heaven ain't nothing but a place in your head, because once you're able to create heaven, it's gonna be a place of abundance, a place of prosperity, a place where you don't give a fuck what type of demon, what type of devil, whether it's in, under, above the earth, whether it's manifesting through a person, place, or thing that you have to fight through. Because once you understand esoteric spiritual kung fu, you're able to, hey, motherfuckers know not to cross the lines with you, because when they cross the line with you, they're gonna meet the end. Not even from the perspective of you ending somebody and decapitating the head off. Nah, you give that person the rope, and that person is gonna eventually start hanging themselves. Because you as a in the role of director, generator, operator, you have this role that you can play amongst all people, places, and things, and you essentially understand that the mind basically just whatever you put into it, whatever you instill in it, that's what you're about to get out. Since that other person is lost into a desire about being in a position of power, then maybe they see some greatness in you and they want to mimic that and replicate that in their lives and shit like that. So they might want to do something to you. They might want to backstab you. They might want to depress you. They might want to possess you. So they're gonna find a way to put your spirit down and things like that. But aside from the topic, though, activating your light body requires you to play yourself and put yourself in a position in life where you're so consumed by the outcome as if it's already here right now. So you cannot get distracted within the past, because the past is keeping your ass stuck. Now, the past is supposed to teach us certain things. See, the reason why you keep remembering the past is because the past has penetrated deeply into your membranes based on that being a shocking event that your cells themselves remember. So they use that event to kind of put you on a rope and make sure that you don't move any forward, because your body's job is to keep you in survival, security, and safety, which is basically the things of the third dimension. This is why a lot of spirits manifest a body, a shape or a form that is survival based and things like that. While in reality, food ain't nothing but a thought or a feeling, and you're supposed to be able to have orgasms, mental gasms through your head, through your brain area, rather than you giving birth or having an orgasm with your dick in your pussy. Now that's great. Don't get me wrong. Hey, I like it too. You like it, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love me some women. But I also love me some damn light body activation. And I also love me some goddamn heterogamous, bruh. I love me some equilibrium, bruh. I'm not talking about no big booty girl. I like them too. But I'm talking about you being able to balance the functions of your left brain and your right brain, and you being able to not to let one either or go to the extreme side of the other. Meaning sometimes, man, bro, you gotta be able to get your two brains to come together, and you gotta get them to fuck. You gotta get them to have sex from a mental perspective. This is what they call the great arcanum in some places, which is basically the action or the act of balancing those two, and then you're able to not get lost in either or. You're able to remain yourself within a state of flow of information where you become above this, not above, I don't want to necessarily use the word above, but you become further out than this realm, because you're no longer, because the earth is not flat, the earth is a globe. So I can't say above or below from the perspective of scientific and things like that, but I can say above or below from the perspective of you being in your own heaven, which is in your head, versus you being in hell, which is just your lower nature, which is you being in your, your 7th house to your 12th house, which is just basically you being lost inside of your yin realm. You're always speculating, oh, what if this happens? Oh, what if that happens? But you also need to maintain the ability to be objective in your head, so you don't get lost in speculation. Speculation is good, but what if you can't decide on how to be objective about the circumstance or about the situation, person, place, or thing that you're dealing with? You're going to sit there, you're going to speculate, and then bam, that's the course of action you chose to take. not to take any actions and stay within the yin realm and stay within the speculation realm. You want to be able to effectively externalize your expression rather than just constantly internalizing things, which is just you remaining on your water elements, you throwing down an anchor, and you just having this iron ball on your leg and you're just constantly sinking. This is why even Kanye West came up with the term the sunken place and things like that. Because whenever you're in the sunken place, you're not balancing your left brain chakras and your right brain chakras, and you're not taking these things into an equilibrium and putting these things in a state of flow, in a state of balance. This is why a lot of people in the East, not that the East is any importance to the West or the North, because you want to be able to go full circle either way, bruh. You want to be able to go bring in life full circle. You gotta see your life in a full circle, because if you don't, you might get lost in one house, and that one house starts to mess up with the other houses. For example, you might be dealing with the house of family and things like that. And that's a water house. It requires emotion. It requires you to nurture your family and things like that. But you might mess up your, fourth house situation by not dealing with your eighth house situation, which is just your dick and your pussy. You being able to maintain and manage your sexual urges and things like that. I'm not talking about no fap thing. I'm talking about you actually being able to transmute these energies and you being able to do a cycle within yourself so that when you actually have a female who's in spiritual practice, or you can teach her this shit, so you can begin to cycle energy, and not only cycle energy through yourself, but cycle this energy through her. And so you guys become like a double eight, pretty much. You guys become like an 88. And so this is basically you guys both being a conductor, and you both picking one reality within all the quantum realities, with all the possibilities. Because right now, there's a version of you in the universe that's broke. There's a version of you in the universe that's ignorant. There's a version of you in the universe that's sick. There's a version of you in the universe that's feeling opulence and excellence. But all those versions exist in the form of a conscious wave. Now, there might be a whole parallel universe where that Negro is walking physically. I don't know. I'm still in this body. Should have been in plenty other bodies. But, you gotta remain objective because you're on Earth. So the point being is that today or at any moment, you can choose to be a whole new version of yourself. For example, I drove homeward today from work. I could have chosen to stop by the Jamaican store and get some chicken on the rice and some chicken or some oxtail or whatever. But instead, I told myself, yeah, you know what? Instead, I went to the grocery store. I got me some avocados. I got me some mangoes, and things like that. And I told myself, okay, no problem. Saturday, instead of getting some low quality meat from, the Mr. Jerk chicken store or whatever the hell, I'm gonna go to Whole Foods and I'm gonna get me some bison meat on Saturday. So I'm gonna wait to reward myself. So I chose that version of me that now has dropped from a conscious wave to a particle, and now I have created that reality. But some people, based on your your vagus nerve or your nervous system being hijacked by the food you eat, so the bacteria in your gut, in your body, is telling you what to eat rather than you telling yourself what to eat. So if you can't even, for example, handle your own body, as far as, because your body ain't shit. You're supposed to tell your body what to do. You're supposed to tell your body what to do with your mind. This is why sometimes we may run around having kids out of wedlock and things like that, just based on us being stuck in a desire and things like that, and not often we see where it's taking us, but hey, that desire, it'll look really good at the moment. But after you get that desire, you start rethinking about that course of action. So for you to activate this light body, all you need to do today, brother, all you need to do today, sis, is get in touch with your design, unlock your own DNA by freaking tuning in to the freaking music that you're already playing to yourself. But since you'd rather trust somebody else, the pastor at the church, your teacher at school, to show you how things are done based on what is already pre-established on this planet, which is just a planned net that a bunch of people came together, aka this harmonious arrangement, and they decided to shape it and form it in a certain way. And based on understanding that spirits in the body usually look for safety, security, familiarity, or whatever. So you're familiar with those concepts, those ideas. But a lot of the things that are people finding out right now is that they have to unlearn everything that they have learned so that source God can put something new in you, or you can allow that shine in you that already exists to begin shining forth. And you do that by letting go of the past, understanding why you went through those experiences, and you begin taking responsibility for those experiences so you can start to actually move forward with your reality, the vision, the fire that you have, because you need to choose to see reality as you want. You gotta use the fire element, because now you're using the water element. You got this anchor, this ball in your leg, and it's so concentrated because the color black, I'm not talking about no physical shit now, the color black comes from an accumulated group of colors. So you gave all throughout your day, months, years, man, 20 years, bro, 20 years, whatever. You've been giving this feeling, thoughts and feelings, empowering it again and again and again and again. I'm scared of the dark. I'm scared of the dark. I'm scared of the dark. So you got this big ball chain of consciousness that has now penetrated your subconscious, unconscious layer and is now anchoring you down to this reality in your yin realm, your water element, and keeping you stuck. So now you need to be able to force your way out, and you have to be able to see your way out, create a fire element, purify how you see that experience, because the God in the Bible tells us that everything that's bad comes together for my good at the end of the day. So you need to see why that experience was good or bad for you, but you need to extract the wisdom and knowledge and the information from it. I don't even care if you could be the littlest minute thing. You might walk down a flight of stairs, you might fall down. Okay, was you looking at the stairs? Were you going down the stairs fast? Next time you might need to adjust your speed of how you go down the stairs and things like that. So the lessons are always already there. It's just that we refuse to take responsibility for ourselves, and we want someone else to take responsibility for us instead of us saying, okay, yeah, I have the answers, because you already have the answers to your problems. You already have the answer. The answer exists already inside of you. But you basically need assistance in removing those things inside of you which are holding you back, which is why I have the offer available of the 7-hour audio series entitled Kingdom Living, so I can begin assisting you in decoding and deciphering what happened with you as a child, so you can begin to let go of that by you understanding what it even means to be in the kingdom of God, because the kingdom of God is within. I don't have the kingdom of God. My kingdom of God is within me. I lay the bricks and the foundations for it, and I move through it with intuition, and I provide the compassion of service and things like that. And so you need to find the attributes and characteristics that already operate in you, so that can take you out of that circumstance, that can empower you forward, because all you're doing right now is just the opposite of your purpose. Believe it or not, right now you're doing the opposite thing to your purpose. So you can't be looking out there for no person, place, or thing to get you out. Now, I could help you definitely through product, services, and information that I provide with a payment, of course. But nobody can look for help for free, because nothing in the world for free. Think about it. Even if you actually want to, get a job, you have to give up your time to get a paycheck. Even if you have to work out and pull mass, you have to give up your time, get a gym membership, and you have to go work out at the gym. Even if you want to change, you have to learn how to let go of old things. So you have to pay the price by you handing in your bullshit and leaving that shit in the past and starving those demons, starving those dispositions and things like that. So you can begin to actually create your cash, which lies for you in the future. We basically assist you into bringing the future right now with our labor of love report, which is going to assist you with identifying those attributes and characteristics that are already in place in you, so you can begin to see clearly and distinguish clearly how to optimize your life and how to begin moving forward in a way that's designed for you. So this is a personal spiritual ID report where you find out your own spiritual identification number, because right now you're trying to put your identification number, like how you access your phone. The universe is looking at you, trying to authenticate yourself. The universe is like, hey, he ain't real. We don't know who this fool is. Your own body look at you like you ain't real. Hey, we don't know who this fool is. Every day he wake up, he talk about he want to kill himself. Talk about he want to hurt himself. He talk about, oh, he ain't shit. Talk about, oh, he doesn't know no better. That used to be me. But now, because I've been out of that situation, now I'm helping other people get outside of that circumstance from the mental perspective that'll manifest from the physical perspective. Because once you begin controlling your mind, you're actually bending the subatomic particles in reality around you 24/7, 365. Once you transmute your own thoughts and feelings, you can transmute other things outside of you. Now, you don't need to convert nobody, you need to attack nobody, but you definitely don't need to defend either, because that's not how the energy game works. And I learned the energy game from a true master. So I can assist you in learning the energy game by, again, going to my linktree below, making that payment for $200 so you can get that 7-hour audio series entitled Kingdom Living. And I would highly recommend that you also purchase the Labor of Love report, which is going to assist you in identifying your attributes and characteristics, so you can begin seeing your own unique spiritual identification number, so you can get your ass out of this goddamn bullshit holographic matrix. And that's all for today, brothers and sisters. We're going to infinitely see you on the next video. You already know how we do. Real shit.